Hi, welcome to this discussion on electron pushing in an SN2 reaction between a nucleophile and an alkyl halide. We will focus our attention on one of the simplest nucleophilic substitution examples, the reaction between hydroxide and bromomethane to give methanol and bromide. Let's first see where the electrons start in the reactants versus where they end up in the products. In the reactants, we will change the color of one pair of electrons in hydroxide to blue and designate the carbon-bromine bond with green. The blue oxygen electron pair in the hydroxide reactant transforms to the carbon-oxygen bond of the product. Let's change that product's bond's color to blue to match. The green carbon-bromine bond in bromomethane becomes an electron pair on the bromide ion product. Let's change the color of an electron pair on the bromide to green to match. Now let's talk about the chemistry of the reactants. In bromomethane, the green bromine carbon bond is polarized with some positive charge on the carbon and some negative charge on the bromine. We will designate this polar covalent bond with partial positive and partial negative symbols. The oxygen is negatively charged, so due to electrostatic attraction, the blue electron pair on the oxygen attacks the positively charged carbon. To signify this attack and the resulting formation of an oxygen-carbon bond, the red arrow that is being drawn designates the blue pair of electrons proceeding from oxygen to carbon. At the same time, the green carbon-bromine bond is broken. Another red arrow that is now being drawn shows the carbon-bromine electrons moving toward bromine to designate this electron movement. Now let's look at a simple animation of this process. In this animation, the hydroxide approaches bromomethane and forms a bond at the same time the bromide is leaving. Let's pause this reaction and look at this structure. This is the transition state in this single-step reaction. The bonds to oxygen and bromine are longer than normal, indicating incomplete bonding. There are also partial charges on both the oxygen and bromine atoms. The carbon atom that started out in the reactant being sp3 hybridized is now sp2 in this transition state. As we proceed to the end of this reaction, methanol and bromide are formed. Now let's look at a ball and stick representation of this process. Here we see that backside attack of the carbon atom by hydroxide gives the products. If you liked this video and would like to see more, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe.